Now we're thrilled to welcome two special guests to this segment of Beyond the Bell. Joining us is Duncan, the Chief Nursing Officer for England, who plays a vital role in shaping the future of healthcare. And we're also joined by Jullie, a Laritrate sixth form student, who's here with us to help explore today's topic, how to glow up in your career, specifically T Levels and NHS. Welcome, Duncan and Jullie. Woo!
Thank you. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Julie. Great to be with you on Beyond the Bell. This is my first podcast, so I'm really pleased to be with you doing this today.
It's my first one too, so both. Thanks for joining us, Duncan. It's fantastic to be part of the conversation today. As we mentioned earlier, this episode is all about glowing up. Specifically, we want to know from you how to glow up, and by that, get the best skills to position oneself for success and build confidence in the modern world.
Yep, absolutely. Look, I think this is, in today's world, it's really fast-paced, lots going on for people, but I think it's really important that people look after their mental and physical health. I think that's a really vital thing for people glowing up, but also, thinking about being really kind to each other as well, particularly given some of the pressures. I think is nothing more important than being kind and looking out for your friends, your family, and for those people that are in need.
That's very true. So let's dive in. Duncan, as Chief Nursing Officer of England, you've seen firsthand what it takes to thrive in today's fast-changing world. When it comes to glowing up, what do you think students should focus on?
Oh, well, look, I think making sure that we really focus on those areas about physical health, mental health, really what are you doing to look after yourself and those people that are around you. I think that's really, really important. So I think anything you can do to just think about other people as well, I think is really, really critical.
Yeah. It is.
Thanks, Duncan. Speaking of growth, earlier today, you met with Laritrate's T-level health and midwifery students. How do you think qualifications like T-levels play a role in glowing up and helping students position themselves for success in today's society?
Yeah, well, look, I've been really impressed this morning. I've had a fantastic visit and seen in action all the great work that's going on with the T-levels here. And I can just see the energy and enthusiasm from young people here that really want to make a great start in their careers. And particularly we've looked at some of the health T-levels today, which I think is a great opportunity. I think these are great opportunities to give people that chance to experience life in college, but also to experience life in the real world, in a hospital or in a healthcare setting. So I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah, I think it's very important too. Me personally, I don't do T levels, but I think it's very important to give people the hands-on experience, especially in today's today's day and age, where experience is now required. People want to hire people that already kind of have the gist of how things go on. So T levels is very important for that.
Definitely, and I think also the confidence that it helps build.
Yes.
I was not a confident individual when I was at A level and going into my nurse training. This is, I think doing some of that work that enables people to spend time out in a work environment and also in college and do it in a safe way, I think is really important to help build people's confidence.
Yeah. Because then it bridges that gap, that jump from one thing to another.
Yeah.
It's not so,
Definitely.
So, Duncan, the NHS is such an integral part of our communities. How do you think the NHS supports students on their journey to glowing up, particularly in healthcare careers?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, the NHS, there's loads of opportunities for people to come and work with the NHS and to volunteer with the NHS as well. We always have lots of volunteers that spend time with us. So, I think the importance of the NHS, particularly working with colleges like this, in finding ways to bridge the gap, as you said a moment ago, really bridge that gap between college, university, and the working environment, I think is really important. And that's, part of my job working in the NHS is to help us find ways to do that better each time and to make it easier for particularly for young people to come and work with us.
Thanks so much, Duncan. Your responses so far have been amazing. Now we've prepared a quick fire round of questions to get you even more insights from you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So first question is, what are your true thoughts on the T-level model?
Oh, well, I'm a huge fan, particularly after my visit today, because I've just seen the energy, the enthusiasm, the skills that people are learning and the the fact that they've spent time out and working in the NHS alongside my colleagues, I think is brilliant. So I'm going to go away from here really promoting T Levels.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
What excites you most about the future of healthcare?
Oh, there's lots that excite me. And actually, I have to say, one of the things that excites me is seeing the young people today that want to work in the health service and the reasons that they want to do that. It gives me hope for the future, and hope actually that there'll be people there to look after me when I need it as well, and my family. But look, I think there's so many opportunities in the future around things like technology, health technology, AI, and the impact that might have on how we find new treatments, how do we diagnose conditions, but also genomics. So how our genetics, our individual genetics, will tailor healthcare much more to our genetics in the future. So there's lots of interesting things. And those are some of the things we know about. You know, the things that we don't know about, there's always that out there that I think is exciting to look forward. And we need young people working with us to find those new things.
Yeah.
So if you could pick one career skill that's essential in healthcare today, what would it be?
So I think it's kindness. And I think that's really important. It's really important on a number of levels. One, because you are working with people. And this is a people career. And so looking after people, thinking about them, you have to do it with kindness, but you also have to do it for your colleagues as well. Because sometimes these jobs are tough and these roles are tough. Life can be tough. So I think really focusing on how you can be kind to your friends, to your family, to your colleagues, for those people actually that you don't know but might be in need.
Okay. Thank you, Duncan. What's your advice for students thinking about joining the NHS?
Oh, well, look, I want lots of people to join the NHS because it's a great place to work. There's so many different opportunities. So if you're interested, go to the NHS Careers website. There's lots of information. You know, there's over 300 different roles in the NHS, some which I'm sure people won't know about. So go and explore them. There's opportunities for everyone to come and work with us. And look, you know, as the Chief Nursing Officer for England, definitely want more people to come and be nurses and midwives in the future. You know, it's a great career. I haven't looked back since when I started. I think it's given me great opportunities. And has helped me grow in my confidence and skills, and has opened up so many opportunities. So I want that for lots of young people as well.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out, one thing I really like is you still have that excitement and that enthusiasm towards your work. And, you know, oftentimes we find that sometimes when we're working in a certain area for too long, it can become exhausting, or we lose that passion and desire to do the work, and we lose the motivation for it because we forget why we even started. So I think it's very admirable that you still have that same kindness and empathy towards the people you work with.
Thank you. And look, and I think one of the great things about working in the health service is you can work in so many different places. If you don't like working in one bit, you can go and try doing something different. And, you know, if I look back over my career, I've worked in many different clinical settings with different specialties, and different management roles, different leadership roles, and it's really given me those different opportunities. But I come to work every single day, really to make a difference, not only for my colleagues, but also for, you know, the population of this country who, you know, deserve really good healthcare, and that's what keeps me going.
Okay. Thank you so much, Duncan. Lastly, do you have any leaving inspiring words for the listeners of our podcast today?
Well, look, I would say to every single person that's listening, when you get up in the morning, think about that day and think about the thing that you're going to do that's going to make a difference, whether that's make a difference to you personally and your own growth, or make a difference to somebody else or other people in either the work that you do or the passion that you have for an activity. Get up every day and think, what am I going to do today to try and make a difference? And I'm hoping coming here today, that's going to hopefully inspire a few more people to want to be nurses or midwives or work in the NHS, or actually for me to be able to go out and talk about how fantastic T Levels are and the work that you're doing. So, you know, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that.
No, thank you, Duncan, for sharing your insights and advice. This will be extremely helpful for our Year 11 students who are currently choosing their sixth form pathways. So thank you.
Absolutely, Marianne. Thank you so much, Duncan, for having you on here today. It's been a privilege to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.